Hey gang, Coach Jason here. Hope you're doing well. So we're going to continue on with the injury series, right? And we're going to talk about plantar fasciitis today, which is one of the most annoying, potentially, painful, and if you're not treated properly or just given the respect that it unfortunately deserves, could feel debilitating as well. And again, how do you figure out what it is or when it is and why it's happening, right? There are certain things, how to identify it, how to manage it, and how to potentially conquer it by or prevent it from happening to begin with. So we're going to talk about these things, and because it is a common injury, it happens up to about 20% in runners. So 15% and 20% of running related injuries are plantar fasciitis related, which is unfortunate. But and what they are is they're small tears or inflammation of the foot tendons and the ligaments in the bottom of your foot. And again, one of the first impact points when you're running is the bottom of your feet. So making sure that they're treated well. Not only you have good shoes, obviously, but the things working around the foot, whether it be in the bottom, the top, or any other area, are working properly. So they can affect, like I said here, the arch and the heel, and it can cause bruising and even aches and pains. And that's the last thing you want to do as a runner, okay? Or if you're a coach, identifying this in your runners that you're working with as well. So how do how do we go about protecting them or yourself? Physiotherapy can be a helpful option in treating plantar fasciitis, especially if you have trouble walking and getting out of bed. But to me, not only 2 decades as a former competitive runner and coach, but 2 decades plus as a musculoskeletal flexibility therapist, keeping people out of the doctor's office is critical, right? Keeping them healthy so they're not having to get treated on a lot of things. Again, a lot of these things could be avoidable or preventable, at the very least minimized. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit, okay? Again, like I said too, it can disappear, plantar fasciitis, so it's tricky, it's deceptive, but it doesn't mean that it's gone, okay? It doesn't mean that it's just gone and whatever. That means it's temporary. So I would be treating it somehow. And again, how do you treat it? What are some of the things that you can do to treat it by yourself or at home, right? So these are some things to remember to do. Stretching your foot and your ankle region. Again, if you have a good range of motion in your foot, okay, in your ankle region, then you're not putting undue stress on areas that might not be ready to handle it, okay? And it's an important part. If you look at my videos, I already have 400 videos of training programs and workouts and everything else from half mile up to the marathon. So if you're a coach, first time here, welcome. Take a look at those. But I have flexibility routines, how to maximize the stretch routines to make sure that you're doing things effectively and make sure that you can do the things that you need to do, whatever you're training for. So take a look at those. I highly encourage you to do that. Okay, foot and ankle. I have a full body stretch routine. I've got a lower body, foot, ankle, Achilles area, and stuff like that are critical to preventing stuff like this. So please watch those videos, okay? But stretching the foot and ankle region, massaging, or even rolling under the arches, right, with a baseball or something like that, or putting your weight on it. Work that plantar, okay? But massaging and rolling can help, break through some of that scar tissue and whatnot if you need to. But again, going back to good range of motion is absolutely critical, okay? Lower body flexibility here. You can have good flexibility in your foot, but if your Achilles is tight, your ankles, your calves, your hamstrings, your hips, your quads, everything else, then you're putting undue stress on an area again. So, and if the areas aren't ready to absorb that or do the extra work, then they could be compromised, and that's the last thing you want to do. Which is why a good lower body flexibility routine is absolutely key. And I'm an active isolated flexibility therapist, so an active routine tends to be a little bit more sport and running specific. So if you can do it in such a way and you learn the routine, and it's not that difficult at all, but it's something that's highly valuable. If you're going to invest in anything in your running, this thing would be a good investment to do. And you can do it online for free. You can watch my video. So, and I can take you through it step by step. But again, what it does, you're getting blood flow in there, blood circulation prior to running, also speeding up the recovery after running too. So it's a double end here, and you're getting benefits on both sides. So please take a look at that video as well. Good lower body flexibility and toe flexibility and arch support. Again, just like your fingers, stretching your fingers and whatnot, your toes, similar, okay? Apart from each other, right? Even if you're doing 3 to 4 seconds holding a stretch, doing it for 7 to 8 reps, you're going to be in good shape. And again, you'll feel a heck of a lot better. And it's also the difference from, feeling stiff and wobbly or just, not right in the beginning of a run to feeling really good in the beginning of a run. It's a huge difference. And again, it sets you up for what you need to do. So toe flexibility and arch support, I cannot underestimate enough, and I can't mention enough either. So these are the certain things that you could do to protect yourself. Now, I'm going to pivot to something now because I partner with a company, and I believe in protecting yourself and your loved ones and all this stuff. So I partner with a company. If you haven't heard, it's called Identity IQ. Every time you register for a race online, you're putting your personal information out there, your credit card, whatever it might be, your personal info. And I've been hacked before. I've had my identity stolen. There's nothing more frustrating than trying to get it back. So I partner with these folks. And if you ever have a worry about yourself, or you want to protect your name, your credit, your whatever it might be, your family, make sure that nobody's compromised. Use Identity IQ. I can't encourage you to do it enough. So that's my link at the top. Go right there. You can even check your email to see if it's been compromised, but that's completely up to you. But you have live people to talk to if you want to do that. Okay, if you have any questions for them, if you have any questions for me on this or protecting yourself from plantar fasciitis or other injuries, reach out to me, blackbeltrunningcoach at gmail.com. Folks can get out to me if you have questions. I'm happy to answer them. I'm happy to help. But let me know what you think. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this. And we're going to continue on working on injuries. But in the meantime, I've got shorts now that I put out for workouts. We're doing half mile up to the marathon workout series right now. So take a look at that. I have another short coming out tomorrow. So, and I'll keep you coming. I'll keep it coming, I say. Have a great day, everybody. Train hard. Train smart. Talk to you next time.